There was a situation a couple of years ago where I had one conversation with an individual and ended up saving them $1 million on their development. And let me tell you how. I had a conversation with one of our early members, and I realized very quickly that the architect that they had hired was actually someone who came from the medical space. So that meant this individual was very accessory happy, and they ended up spending a lot of money on the design and the way sort of this flex space looked. Sometimes it's okay to spend money for flex spaces depending on where they are, right? And I always tell people this: if you are in Miami, Florida, your flex space is going to be flashy, it's going to be expensive, because that's what the tenant profile in that area wants. Chances are it's either going to be an exotic car rental facility or something that is catering to high net worth clients. But this facility in specific was in El Paso, Texas. In El Paso, Texas, the area that it was in, the clientele was completely different. They were all going to be in the trades. They were either going to be logistics, manufacturing, or people who are literally just, electricians, plumbers, HVAC consultants, and that type of product. So what we ended up doing for this member, literally just one conversation, we ended up changing the design to where it was still beautiful, it still looked amazing, but we removed a lot of the facade, a lot of the hype off of the product. And in fact, what that ended up doing is it became more presentable to the demographic of El Paso. Because the last thing you want to do is you want to build something super flashy in an area where people are not really used to that, right? So you have to cater to your demographic. A lot of people come in and think, hey, I'm going to build the best flex space, the most expensive flex space for a certain area. And sometimes that just doesn't work. So you have to make sure that you're catering to your customers. And once again, with that brief conversation, we ended up saving that client, that member, over $1 million in construction costs.